what you want, when you want it, where you want it. This is The Mesh.
We'll try not to too much talk over each other, but again, we are girls and we are
agree to disagree.
Okay,
Moving on.
well, the makeup bottle. It's like a cracked out T-bird from Greece.
Yeah.
She's got that black hair.
Hey everybody, it is Chick Chat, the end of year holiday spectacular episode. Yay!
Year in review.
Year in review. And I'm sorry, but I just don't think it's been a great year.
No, I'm ready for 2017.
Pretty ready to bring it on. And before we go too far, I'm Mary-Margaret.
Oh.
Hey, this is Janette is here with us today on Chick Chat. We're so excited to be wrapping up 2016 with all of you listening. And like we said, I'm not sure that it was the best year. No, I know it wasn't the best year. We've had so much stuff go on.
So much
stuff.
That you're like, oh, this has got to be it. But just kidding.
It just keeps happening. Okay.
Yeah.
We had an election.
We did.
So we're going to have a new president. Yeah. We're going to have a new president in a couple months. Fact number one. Lots of, I got to stick true to this show. Okay. I'm not going to talk about the election. I'm going to talk about things
not Chick Chat.
The important things for Chick Chat, like how many people broke up this year.
That is the important things people want.
So many celebrity breakups.
Yeah.
Some that I didn't even realize were together in the first place.
It was kind of one of those.
I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys were dating? That's awesome.
Sad. When did that happen?
Or some that were like, I'm super sad about because they had actually been married and it was, fairly long term, I guess, for Hollywood. I guess you could say that.
It lasted 2 years.
Right. Like, no.
Well, they're going to be together forever.
We can state the obvious.
Yeah.
Brad and Angelina.
Yeah. I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it. Did you expect it?
At some point.
Right. Yeah.
But I kind of feel like, I've always been Team Jen. But I in a way, I feel like almost like they're Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton, where
True.
They're broken up, but give it 5-10 years.
Right.
There's 15 children involved.
Yes. So. Somebody's going to come back around. And yeah. I was definitely never Team Angelina, never. But after a while, when it was kind of like,
you grew to just be okay with
they're
it.
Really together.
See, when Jen got happy and found Justin,
then we're all good.
I was fine.
We're all good.
It's fine.
Yeah. So, but still, I guess it's so unfortunate that we kind of expect people to break up in Hollywood. But
really, the way they got together, it wasn't like a love story, I guess. I guess it was their love story.
It was theirs, yeah. It was Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Right. Which, I like the movie, but it's a little difficult to watch now.
Now it's like,
knowing,
yeah.
And I don't want to root for anybody to break up. Yeah.
And it's by no means denying them. They're people, involved in a lot of charities and organizations.
I think individually they're good people.
I do, and
I don't want to root for the demise of their marriage, but
no,
but really, like you reap what you sow. Type.
It was one of these. Yeah. Y'all made such a big old stinking deal about getting married in the first place.
The spread they did in what was that magazine?
Didn't she have kid toys or something all over her dress? What'd she have?
They had kids in the spread in the magazine shoot where. It was right after Mr. and Mrs. Smith when he wasn't broken up with Jen yet, but there were rumors, and they posed as a married couple in the 50s.
That's right.
With kids.
That's right.
Everyone was kind of like,
Yeah, that looks comfy.
Yeah. I don't know how to feel about that.
I wasn't a huge fan, not a big deal to me, but wow. And I hear it's been really weird for Brad Pitt. He's not going to get custody and stuff. I know.
Yeah, I think they worked out something for now. Yeah.
But it was I think at the very beginning it was nope.
When everyone's like, wait a minute, he abuses children?
It's Brad Pitt. What? Brad Pitt doesn't do that stuff. But Brad Pitt's getting older. Yeah. Brad Pitt's getting, a little crotchety maybe in his old age. And, You know, like, I guess a lot of things happen behind closed doors that we just don't know about. Oh, well. C'est la vie. Liev Schreiber and Naomi Watts.
Yeah, you know what? I knew they were together, but gotta say, didn't realize they got married.
I did know this.
Yeah.
Only because I loved him after he played Cotton in Scream movies. You know, the Scream movies. He was Cotton Weary.
Oh, the one who they were
He's
trying
the
to
bad
pin
guy.
them.
Yeah, the one they were trying to pin him on. That was like one of his first things, and I was just like, oh my god, he is so hot. He is gorgeous.
Yeah.
And then like following him along, I don't know how I like knew that they got married, but 11 years they've been together.
I knew they were together. Didn't realize they were married.
Yeah.
I knew they had kids.
Yes.
I mean, I just recently found out who his brother was.
Who's his brother?
The police officer from Orange is the New Black with the mustache. The weird,
Porn
really weird.
stash?
Yes, that's his brother. I think they're half, but definitely his brother. Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, their last name is the same. I mean, I guess that should have been a clue.
Maybe.
But I guess when he's like hot,
Yeah.
the other. I mean, he's not bad looking.
No.
I just have this whole
The porn stash thing is horrible.
thing. Yeah, and he plays weird characters on TV all the time.
He does,
Yeah.
and he's got that really weird, like, kind of stature he puts up. Like, he kind of sticks his chest out real weird and all.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I didn't realize that. Look at me learning
I think
stuff.
they still hang out, right? Because I just recently saw them. They're
Naomi
like
Watts?
Yeah, I think they're like Ben and Jen, where you think they're divorced, but I mean, are they kind of still really dating?
Yeah, we're kind of just doing it for the kids and the
Yeah.
cameras.
But we're gonna do everything together. We're gonna act like
Because
we're still married.
We love each other.
But yeah,
Seems so weird.
I mean,
to
I'm
me.
glad they get along. But
Sure, it's still weird. I don't know. Demi Lovato and Wilmer Valderrama.
okay, I kind of heard this one like briefly.
Yeah, Splitsville.
Didn't realize.
Yes, but I mean, they just think they'll be better as friends. That's what they
Wilmer.
said. Yeah, I liked him. I've always
like him.
liked.
Oh, yeah.
and I think it was kind of good for her because she went off the little deep end for a little while.
She did.
But we won't go that route. I mean, there's like 6 lists of Taylor Swift people that she broke up with. I
This
mean, I'm
year,
not,
right?
Yeah.
Just this year. Well, we've got 2017 to go. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I lost track of who she's dated and when and all
Yeah,
that.
like she's in like the top 10 twice. Twice. This one I thought was sad because I've recently fallen back in love with Joshua Jackson.
Oh,
Pacey.
yes.
And Diane Kruger.
They broke up.
Yeah, I mean, they've been together a long time.
Yeah.
Like since end of Dawson's Creek type long time.
Yeah.
Over 10 years they'd been together. I know. And they're done.
I didn't realize they were done.
Done.
That's sad.
They're remaining friends though. Don't worry.
Of course.
Don't worry.
Aren't they all? I mean, has anyone ever come out and like, oh my gosh, they were horrible to
No,
live
I
with?
hate him.
I don't want to be near him.
You know,
That
I
would be
would
awesome.
love to hear that.
I would too.
I would fully support that.
I'd be like, yes, that's real. That's
You
what
know what?
happens in like real life.
I would have loved it if like Jen would have come out and been like, used to love him.
That's what you get.
Cheated on me. Hate him now.
And then when that happened,
Everybody would have left her alone.
Yeah.
At that point.
Like,
Instead,
how would you
she's all
feel?
like, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything.
He's got his own person. He's growing.
Yeah.
You're like, how would you feel if your husband cheated on you and
Yeah.
left you, but
Done.
did it in public?
On a movie.
Like, just asking, how would you feel?
Checking. Josh Jackson is starring now in that Showtime show called The Affair.
Oh,
Have you watched it?
I have not.
Ooh, I'm
sounds
caught up on it.
interesting.
You might have to.
Really?
Yep. It is Joshua Jackson and lots of other people I didn't know before.
Okay.
It's
good.
It is good. I mean, I've watched 2.5 seasons of it.
Oh, it's like a show.
Yeah, it's a show.
Oh,
And it is very interesting in the fact that you every show is split in half. Okay? So the first half it'll say somebody's name, like Janette. Okay, it'll say Janette up there. And the whole time it's Janette's story from like that week or whatever,
Okay.
right? And the second half would say Mary-Margaret. And then you
It's like the different
follow
point of
the
views.
same story, but different point of view.
It's like Gone Girl
Yes. Okay, but
in TV show form.
right. But I mean, obviously, it's called The Affair. So
I'm assuming there's an affair.
4 people involved. Okay.
Right, yeah.
So, maybe one week it's Claire and Noah, and the next week it's so and so and so and so. And then they started doing it where maybe it was the 2 women, their stories and things. So they didn't maybe exactly cross paths,
right?
But you were watching things were happening, and it's so interesting to watch, especially the male and female version, because what's happening is in the first season they're having to recite this storyline. First season only, they're having to recite this storyline to a private detective, and you don't know why.
But do we find out why?
You do.
Okay.
You totally find out why, and then you have to find out who done it.
Oh no.
Yeah. And they answer your questions.
I'm intrigued.
They answer your questions.
It's on my list.
In a pretty little bow, in a package. They give it to you.
Good. We're not left hanging. Like,
Nope. Mm-mm.
Just gotta say, just finished Gilmore Girls, and I'm like,
oh my gosh, Gilmore Girls. Okay, well, hold your horses, because
okay.
we are going
We're
to
still
talk
talking
about
breakups.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean the rest. Oh, well, here's one that I thought was crazy. Tobey Maguire and Jennifer Meyer. Do you remember when they got married? It was like 10 years ago,
yeah.
and she was kind of normal and plain and not famous.
I mean, is she famous now?
She was married to Tobey Maguire for 10 years.
Okay.
But like,
she's somebody's daughter, isn't she?
right. Yeah, I don't know. I think she did something like in craft services or something. I don't know what she did. But like, I always kind of thought, oh, like they're kind of normal, but they're done.
Forgot about him for a while.
Dunzo.
That's sad.
Yeah.
But they're going to remain friends.
They have agreed to remain friends. It's best for their family and kids and stuff. Justin Bieber had a girlfriend? Sophia Richie?
I don't think I heard that. Yeah, it's Lionel Richie's daughter.
Well, they broke up. Doesn't matter
isn't
anymore.
he marrying Selena Gomez or something this week? Or something? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, look, there's Taylor Swift again.
Oh, is she
In the
dating
list.
Justin Bieber?
Again. Gosh, no. I mean, gracious, T Swift. I'm kind of over you.
I mean,
Kind of over it.
I want her to take a retreat.
I want her to get on Tinder or something and just see
Just
what
date
happens.
regular people.
Just
Maybe
see
that's your problem.
That's absolutely the problem. That's what I think the problem is with half of these people. Just why are you dating somebody that was in the movie with you? That is not going to work. It's like workplace romances. Doesn't work. Maybe it works for somebody. I don't know, but it doesn't work for real. So that was some sad stuff.
That's sad.
Some of these people, I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm just not going to discuss them because I didn't know you were together in the first place. But something very serious that is sad. Hold on. Let me show you. Let me tell you by way of song how sad I am. You know what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm about to say. It is. We've lost a lot of people in 2016.
The rule of 3 did not apply in 2016.
2016 was bad, real bad. But a couple days ago, we lost Alan Thicke.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't believe it at first. I checked every single
here.
news source. Because I
Same
first saw it
here.
on Facebook, of course. And I was like, no.
One of those hoaxes, death hoax. No, was not. So sad about it. And, I don't know why it's, maybe his felt a little different than some other TV stuff and all.
Well, because he wasn't sick.
He was our dad. He
was-
was our
yeah.
dad growing up.
And he was on
TV
stuff
dad.
now.
Exactly. So he recently made an appearance. I mean, he's only 69 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, these days, that's nothing.
I mean, he was playing hockey.
Playing hockey with his son. Good gracious. And they said that whenever he was being taken out by the ambulance, he was coherent and talking and everything. And then it just went downhill.
Wow.
So fast. So I just can't believe it. But grew up on growing pains. Yeah. I mean, truly one of my favorite shows
Oh, yeah.
growing up.
Now I'm going to have to watch it again.
Now
on
I'm going to have
TV
to watch
Land.
the whole stinking thing and cry when Boner leaves and when Matthew Perry's character dies in the car accident.
What?
Do you remember that?
No.
Carol's boyfriend?
Carol's boyfriend.
Yeah, it was Matthew Perry.
Oh.
Yeah,
so
Chandler
good at
Bing.
this stuff.
I am. It was Chandler Bing. And, you know, she had just left him at the hospital. So he looked fine. And then Mike had to tell her, like, the hospital called and that he had died.
I mean, hello, life imitating art?
So sad.
It's so sad.
You know, that was one of the very first shows where you learned, like, life lessons, you know, and they were kind of real deal stuff. Wasn't something that was far-fetched.
Right.
Like when, at the very beginning, Mike would come on and say, like, this is a very special episode of Growing Pains. And he would say that, and you're just like, oh, no, something sad's going to happen. And that was, like, be about the one about drunk driving or, you know, drinking underage or all this stuff, right? But that was one of the first shows that I kind of learned all these things, seeing it in through the people that were my age.
Yeah.
You know, I came from a family of 3 kids, 2 brothers and a girl. You know, I mean, it was just a great show. And Alan Thicke, goodness gracious, I loved him.
Yeah.
Dr. Seaver.
Dr. Seaver.
But, you know, he's been in so many other things. Mm-hmm. And he's a composer. I mean, he's written songs. Did you know that he wrote the very first Wheel of Fortune
I did.
theme song? Isn't that crazy? You know, and lots of other different strokes.
Yeah.
He wrote that
Facts
song.
of Life.
Facts of Life.
I
Good.
love Facts of
Come
Life.
on. And the guy is an icon. And so just recently he was made a cameo on This Is Us, a new show on NBC. And he's also in the 2nd season of Fuller House, which was just a big old kick in the gut because my kids are watching it now. And they watched his episode like the day before he died.
Aww.
And they, you know, I was trying to tell them like, oh, that's Alan Thicke. He was on a show, blah, blah, blah. I tried to explain how Candace Cameron, Kirk Cameron,
Right.
were all tied together.
Right.
They didn't get it, but I did. Doesn't matter. So it was just really heartbreaking. I hate that. I just too young. Gone too soon, man.
Yeah.
Gone too soon. But obviously there was lots of other people that we've lost.
Not that it was, I don't think it's ever expected, but I think Alan Thicke also came as a shock because
he's still active.
Right.
Still
I mean, everybody else, you're like,
stuff.
yeah. I mean,
John
they were 94 or
Like
they
John
were 86.
Glenn.
Yeah.
John Glenn was what, 95? Something like that?
Yeah. I mean,
and I mean,
I didn't even realize he was still alive.
right. I mean, goodness gracious, the accomplishments on that man's rap sheet are unbelievable.
Right.
But yes, he was 95.
Yeah.
You
Full
know?
life.
Bravo. You know, Alan Thicke was playing hockey. Obviously, like, fine enough to do that. Ugh, it was just horrible. So many other people that, Florence Henderson.
Yeah.
Mrs. Brady. Gosh.
She was in her 80s, wasn't she?
Yeah. How old was she? She was born
Like
in
84 or something?
Well, yeah, born in 34. So we'll do that math.
Oh, jeez.
Do it. Do that math.
70.
I think she was pretty old.
She was past 70.
I think she was pretty old. Yeah. But still,
Someone's yelling out at the
somebody's listening to us going, "It's the math, simple math, ladies. It's simple math." But she was still active, like doing I'm not saying like running marathons and stuff.
Was she on Dancing with the Stars, or am I confusing that with somebody else?
I mean, I think you're confusing that with everybody else.
Right. I mean, there are like 30 seasons of it, so she could have been at some point.
She was. I don't know if she was on it, but I know that she always did like hosting gigs. Like she hosted like a pageant a couple years ago.
Okay.
Wasn't that long ago. Anyway.
And Betty White, that vampire, is still
going strong. Now, when that day comes,
that's gonna be sad.
That's gonna be a sad day because she has spanned some generations of people that recognize and know her.
I mean, she's close to 100 now, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
She's in her 90s, I believe, and doing all kinds of stuff. Gee whiz. Merle Haggard died, which in this area, a musician.
He died. Didn't he die right before Merrill Fest?
Yes, I believe so. Yes. And so, It's a everybody obviously I think has a connection with certain people that have died, and you don't maybe have another one. Arnold Palmer passed away. I mean, just legend of sorts. I mean that's important stuff whether you like golf or not. I'm clicking through like all these pictures of people that passed away. I can't
Was this
even believe.
Muhammad Ali the year? Yeah, he died this year.
Was it this year?
Was it this year? Am I thinking? I think it was.
That's another thing I always say. I always forget, like, especially if they died early in the year. And then you see an award show and you see the memory slideshow or whatever. And you're like, oh my God, that was this year. Like, feels like forever. Gene Wilder died this year.
He did.
Man, that was a tough one too because, again, he had...
I completely forgotten about Gene Wilder until he died. I mean, it's sad to say, but it's like...
No, I hear you.
I loved his movies when he would be in those movies with Richard Pryor.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Willy Wonka
What was it? The Kid or the Toy and stuff? He was in those.
Yeah.
Or Gary Marshall passed away. Of course, we've discussed Prince and David Bowie.
Yeah.
I mean, people that are legit legends have passed away. It's just been a really hard year.
2016 needs to go.
2016, I'm kind of done with. I'm not sure if, I know I'm missing people obviously on this list because there's so many, unfortunately. But, and who was the one that there was a guy that Harry Potter's professor. What's his name? The one that died that plays the mean professor with the black hair. And
I've never seen Harry Potter.
Shut up. You've never seen Harry Potter?
No. Voldemort? That's the only name I know from Harry Potter.
How are we friends?
Never read the books, never seen the movies.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
He
was in Love Actually. Have you seen Love Actually?
Have I seen Love Actually?
Okay. I mean, I didn't know. He was the one that was just about to have an affair with his...
Oh! Okay, yes.
What is his name?
I know who you're talking about.
That guy.
Him.
Very saucy accent whenever he talks.
I don't know that I
it's like
know
he drags it out.
Pull up Love Actually.
Jeez Louise. How do we not know this?
We're going to both go, when we find out his name.
How have you never, seen Harry Potter? Whatever. People are going to protest this show. Alan Rickman is his name.
Alan Rickman.
People are not going to listen now because they're like...
But I've seen Love Actually.
Obviously multiple times. It's a
Christmas
time.
movie.
It's a holiday movie. I know,
Some
right?
people have Christmas Story. I've got Love Actually.
I also, is that your favorite holiday movie? What's your favorite holiday movie? Going off script here.
I gotta say, it's probably at the top. If there's one that I'm going to watch every year, it's Love Actually.
Okay.
I love the Christmas Vacation movies, but I feel like I've seen them so long because
they've been out our whole life.
Our whole life.
Yeah.
That I could recite those. And I don't know. I don't know that I have another favorite.
I'm
gonna admit that I kind of like the Hallmark movies around Christmas time.
I hear you. I grew up.
They're all
watching.
the same.
They are.
But I
can
love
tell you
them.
what the story's going to happen, but I'll watch it.
Someone's gonna meet accidentally or fall in love with someone they've hated their whole life.
Somebody's gonna come across a town with a flat tire
Someone's
on their way
gonna move back
through.
home and take over the family business.
But you know what?
Who's a big rock star in the real world.
But Johnny grew up, and now look at him tending the farm.
Yeah.
You might actually want to grow Christmas trees with him.
It's the small town boy, makes it big in Hollywood, comes back home, falls in love with his high school sweetheart all over again, moves home and starts
has a
keeps
struggle.
the family business.
Has a struggle of whether or not
his agent can't get him any more parts because he's aged out.
He doesn't have any good cell phone service out there, so
and Ed Asner as Santa Claus shows up with the magical sleigh and shows him what his life is supposed to be like. Ed Asner as Santa is a Hallmark staple.
And then somebody gets sent back down to earth as an angel to fulfill the dream.
Wait a minute, I just saw Eddie this morning. Eddie's been dead for 12 years.
What? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our rendition of the Hallmark Channel. Which we love, by the way.
Oh my gosh, you're awesome.
Totally played it
Lacey Chabert is always in them.
She's actually really good.
Yeah, she's always in them, and Ed Asner is always in them.
She totally got to marry a prince this year.
She did.
Saw that.
Yeah. And she also fell in love with the guy who she was sharing a house with by accident, who was fixing up the house.
Oh, the old handyman.
The handyman story that she hates and wants him to sell her half, but you know what? Let's just live together forever.
This is crazy. Why are we just fighting this anymore? Oh, I like the ones especially where somebody owns a tiny little Christmas shop that's struggling.
That's magical.
Yeah, that's struggling. But when they bring in the magic cookies, anyone who eats them falls in love.
Wasn't that in that? What's that song that we always talk about? Is the red shoes? Or no,
Christmas
shoes.
They made that in a movie, and I was like, "How
is that the Hallmark Channel?
I don't know, but
or Lifetime.
It's bound to be one of them, obviously. How in the world did they make that in the movie? I don't know. I didn't watch it because I know the ending. I already know what happened.
But we know what happens in all of them.
Yeah.
But
That one just seems extra sad. So that brings me, that's a great segue. Okay. Good for you.
Yay.
What are you watching?
Okay. So I just finished Gilmore Girls.
Mm-hmm.
The
Me
Year
too.
in the Life.
Me too.
And I'm trying to...
Were you a Gilmore watcher before?
Yeah.
Okay, me too.
Yeah.
Because
And I still watch it because they revived it on some channel.
Yes.
I don't know, but I'll flip through and find it.
And I I was the same age as Rory throughout school stuff.
Okay.
So I actually related. I felt like that was, Kismet. That's what it was supposed to be.
I liked it, but I'm kind of going, if you leave me like that, I'm going to be very upset.
Yeah, because, so if you haven't seen Gilmore Girls and you want to see it, then have a happy holiday because we're going to talk about it right now and you need to sign off. But if you don't care about spoilers, which Jeanette's already seen it, but even if she hadn't, she would want to hear about it because Jeanette doesn't care about spoilers. Amy Sherman Palladino, who wrote Gilmore Girls back originally, she didn't finish all 7 seasons, I believe.
No, I think she left prior to the last,
6.
after 5 or 6, yeah.
She had envisioned from day one how the show was going to end.
And this was it?
With 4 words. She knew that the show was going to end with 4 words. Well, when she split after season 6 and they said, we're still doing a season 7, she never got to use her final 4 words. And she's told people this for years.
I don't think people knew those were the 4 words. You can't leave people
she's
like
never
that.
told anybody what the 4 words were because that she knew how the show was going to end.
I don't like it one bit.
And now she has done it. Ladies and gentlemen, the 4 words that ended Gilmore Girls and supposedly are done. They're not doing jack else with
They better
this.
do something.
Don't think they are. The final 4 words are, Mom, yeah, I'm pregnant. Spoken by Rory. That's it. Then they cut to credits. Yeah, I watched it too, and it was just a little
I don't know how I feel.
I liked the story and following along with everybody. I loved that they brought everybody back in.
So you're going to hate that I didn't catch on to the fact that they were bringing in characters from, is it Laura Graham? No, that's her name. Is that her name? Her real name in real life? Okay.
Of Lorelai.
Lorelai. From Parenthood until I saw the second park ranger, who's the guy she's dating in real life.
Yes.
Then I was like, oh.
I think they basically just said, bring your friends to work and we'll have them do something.
So with that being said, I may have missed some of them because the first one I noticed was Meg, what's her name, who played her daughter.
Oh, yeah.
And then she was saying in line, I was like, oh, she's got a small part. It didn't click.
Right.
Then I saw John Ritter's son,
Jason
Ritter, and it still didn't click. I was like, oh, I think he was in Parenthood too. And then I saw, and I was like, oh, which was towards the end of the show.
Right.
So I'm like,
and then
who did I miss?
But it wasn't just them, obviously, that had all these guest star appearances on there.
It was everybody from Gilmore Girls.
Oh, yeah. All Gilmore Girls people were back.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
even some that I forgot were in Gilmore
absolutely,
Girls.
but it was awesome.
Yeah.
But they brought in Sutton Foster and Christian Borle to do the Stars Hollow play. The play about Stars Hollow, the musical.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Yes.
I don't know who the guy was.
Okay, well, which I found is really weird. So Sutton Foster stars in the TV show Younger.
Yes, I
now.
knew her. Yes.
She's a Tony Award winning actress who won big time for Thoroughly Modern Millie on stage. Okay. At the time, she was married in real life to Christian Borle, the guy that she's standing up there dancing with on the stage.
I know
he is a Tony Award winning stage actor as well. And he played in Legally Blonde the musical.
Okay.
He played Emmett. And that is when their marriage broke up because he started having a thing with Laura Bell Bundy.
Stop it.
Right. But yet they were on stage dancing together.
Okay, well.
So it was just weird. Anyway, so they were on there, but they, I think they brought in, somewhere I read, just lots of fans of the show.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're willing to be in this, I mean, it's not a long gig. It's 4 episodes. Granted, they're longer, but like, if you're just one of the friends, you just got to kind of make an appearance. Yeah. It was awesome. I love Paris Geller in now,
Yes.
She snapped right back into character. It was perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Loved it. I've always kind of been Team Jess. I like Logan.
Love Logan.
Definitely not Team whatever his name is. Dean. Not Team Dean at all.
Yeah.
I was torn between Logan and Jess, but Logan at this point obviously has moved on and scandalous. But we find out, yes, that he is engaged.
I feel like he's
even though he's still hooking
trapped
up with
in an
Rory.
arranged marriage, and like Rory's really the one he wants.
I think Rory is truly who he wants,
but yeah,
but
he's
the
in an arrangement
because
because wasn't he like for dynastic purposes? Yes,
absolutely. And Jess obviously is still in love with Rory.
Yeah, but then I started thinking about how does that work, family wise.
But they're not really family.
Yeah.
Ain't no blood there.
Right.
No blood there.
Right.
And Jess just kind of looked back at her lovingly. Oh my gosh.
That's why you need a season 2.
I know.
What happened?
Weirdest part is, though, whose baby is it?
Oh, come on. We know whose baby it is. It's not the Wookiees.
It's not?
No.
It's not Chewbacca's?
No, because remember, that was like 2 seasons ago. Remember they did winter, fall, spring, summer? She found out in the last season. But 2 seasons ago was the Wookiee.
It was not.
It was.
No, it was not. It was the season right before.
It's not.
Okay.
I refuse to believe it's the Wookiees.
Yeah, so she hooked up with a guy at a comic book store who was dressed as Chewbacca and Logan. So it's Logan's.
Always hooking up
right?
with Logan. Logan was the last.
It's Logan's.
It's Logan's. Okay, and I did not remember any of those people that they did the whole whatever toads.
What?
Remember the when Logan came back to Stars Hollow for her to give her? I didn't know who any of those 3 guys were.
Oh,
Were they like Yale classmates?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I forgot about them.
Yeah. Some of it, I think they tried to cram so many people in. And over 7 seasons, you forget a lot of stuff that you saw, people that you met, and that town talks so damn fast that you can't keep up with everything that's going on. But I love the marketing they did behind this. I love the build-up. I don't know if you knew, but like at least here in North Carolina, there was a big buzz around it. And in Charlotte, the city of Charlotte, they had Luke's Diner popped up as pop-up shops, pop-up coffee shops. And he would, whoever he is, would go and redo a coffee shop, hang up the sign outside that says Luke's, and inside had like a guy wearing a plaid shirt and a baseball hat
and
backwards.
Grumpy.
And, and it was just kind of a greasy spoon. You kind of came in, got your coffee and all, but they purposely did it to build up. And I heard they did that around the country.
How cool.
Yeah. So I had some friends of mine that I actually saw like on Facebook, oh my gosh, I'm at Luke's Diner today or whatever. And they're in Charlotte.
I gotta say, I love that they ended up together because I was worried.
I was worried too, because for a while.
It's always been Lorelai and Luke.
Always been Luke. Gotta be Luke. I loved that they brought Rory's dad into it. Christopher. I've always liked Christopher. Because he has a totally clear head about everything that happened. There was really no secrets about any of this. He's like, I tried to marry her to do the right thing. We tried to do this. She didn't want it. I said, okay. And, we've been fine. It's just, gosh, I just loved it. All right. So you watch Gilmore Girls, 4 seasons and done. Now what? What else you watching?
Well, I don't know about Netflix Plus. I might give Fuller House a try. I haven't seen the first season.
Well, did you ever watch Full House?
Yeah. I need to watch it.
It's worth the watch. It's an easy watch. You can watch it with your daughter. It's kind of funny just to see some of the stuff they do. I mean, some of it's a little cheesy.
Yeah.
But the whole show was. Cheesy, exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, if you're okay with that and you kind of go into it knowing, like, all right, I mean, it's a 30-minute sitcom, and now you've got 2 seasons you could watch. It's pretty clever, and I mean, the people in it do a good job, I think, but it's just a little bit of a flashback, and I love that my kids love it.
Yeah.
And so I think it's neat.
Non-Netflix, I'm watching The Walking Dead, before it went on mid-season hiatus, or mid-season finale, whatever. It's going to come back in February, whatever.
Yeah, it's winter break.
Yeah, Christmas break.
Yes.
But, yeah, I liked it. Not the most exciting season, but I'm hopeful.
You're crossing your fingers for more.
For better. Okay. And I feel like it's been so good so long. We kind of need this. What are you doing to this to kind of get back to this is the reason you did that. Okay, all is forgiven.
Yeah, I've got some friends that I've heard have just kind of been like, wah, wah, a little bit.
It's too much. I think I can tell they're building for something bigger and better.
Yeah.
But in order to do that, you've got to be introduced to so much in such a short time frame.
Right.
And like so much has to happen that you're kind of like, that doesn't make sense,
but whatever. I'm supposed to believe it because it's on the show.
I guess. Started This Is Us. I'm a few episodes behind.
Yep. Okay.
But definitely going to finish that one.
What do you think of it?
Love it. I think there's at least one part that I cry in or tear up at every episode.
Yeah, me too.
Love Mandy Moore and Milo
really?
Ventimiglia.
Yes.
Jess.
Yes. I'm very surprised that I like Mandy Moore in it.
Really?
I have not been a huge Mandy Moore fan as an actress, except for when she, voiced Rapunzel.
Oh, she was awesome in Rapunzel.
And Rapunzel was best because she was not on screen. I didn't have to see her mouth.
But I don't know if you ever watched Grey's Anatomy. She had a guest starring role on Grey's Anatomy as a patient, and it was during the episode where this gunman came in and started shooting and killing people in the hospital.
Of course he did.
She
it was Grey's Anatomy.
Was fabulous.
Really?
Yes. That's when I was really like, because before she'd been in kind of these cheeky movies where she always played this funny role, this comedic role. And I mean, you don't have to really be a great actress to pull that off.
Sure.
I forgot I was watching Mandy Moore.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I never saw that. And so this, I've just been very pleased with how she's played it.
Yeah.
I didn't have super high hopes, but I like it. And I think it's partly because she's with Milo,
yeah,
whatever, because he's fantastic.
He's awesome.
I love him. I love Sterling K. Brown, who plays Randall.
Okay.
Just because he's amazing.
Yeah.
He had a really big year because he was in that OJ show. I didn't watch any of it, but...
That was awesome.
Did you watch it at all?
I did, yeah.
I'd like to see it because I'm hearing more and more about it. I think I didn't realize it was a show at the time or something,
right.
Like a series of stuff. But anyway, I've heard fantastic stuff, and it's getting like a lot of award noms and stuff. But I think he's great. I love the issues they're addressing on there. Not just about her weight, the lady that plays Kate, but about like marriage and children and struggles. Adoption.
Yeah.
Struggles of a family, and
there's some element of looking at it by race, but not playing up to that too
absolutely
much.
They don't overdo that, which I'm glad.
But they address it, which I appreciate, because if you don't address it and don't overlook, and you kind of just overlook it, like,
right.
Oh yeah, we're just a family, that's not realistic,
right?
Especially for when you adopted him.
Absolutely,
yeah.
And they do a great job, I think, of touching on it enough,
but not
to show that it was something.
Yeah,
they had to be aware of it.
There were issues with
right,
it, yeah.
Exactly. But I mean, just the way it's done is so brilliant. Of the flashbacks and all, I worried after the first episode or so where they're doing flashbacks and then present day and flashbacks and present day, that it would get a little jarring at times. I was just like, I don't know if I want to watch something I have to keep up with like that. But I don't ever have a problem with it. They do such a nice job of keeping it very clear what you're watching and following along.
Right.
You know, like there was an episode, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but there's an episode where the washer machine is broken. And they just showed the washing machine and they show the 4 different ones they've had in their lifetime together because it's a washing machine and it breaks.
Yeah.
That's what real life is. There, you know, it's in the basement and one day it's suds coming out and the next day it's just like, oh my gosh, like, and the goal was, he says, I'm going to buy you the best washing machine ever, you know, one day. And they kind of have to work their way up to it. But, you know, I mean, that's real stuff. That's what we deal with every day. So I'm watching it, obviously. I like that, too.
Hi, I'm Alan.
I'm Chris.
And we're the co-hosts of Foot Candle Films, a movie review and film discussion show here on themesh.tv.
Each episode, we talk about some new movies, cover some film news, and have some recommendations.
And trust us, we're just as likely to talk about the latest Jim Jarmusch film as we are the newest Transformers installment.
Hold on, don't get too crazy.
Well, okay, maybe not that bad. But you can find our show and all our episodes on themesh.tv. Plus, you can subscribe to get new episodes delivered right to your computer or mobile device.
We'll see you in the ticket line.
Have you watched Pitch?
No.
So that's the one about the girl who is in the Major League Baseball, and she's a pitcher.
Yeah.
And it follows her, like, being the first female pitcher in the major leagues. And her catcher is Mark Paul Gosselaar.
I saw that.
And he's beautiful.
It isn't Kelly Ripa's husband in it, too?
He is.
I need to just watch it because
yes. And he's in a
Mark
lot.
Consuelos?
Like Mark Consuelos. And he's in it a lot. He's got a very important role. And he's great in it. So I've watched it. I mean, it's one that I just kind of, you know, I don't have to stay up and watch it like live, you know, but it's good. Kind of a typical storyline. You can almost guess what's going to happen a lot of times, but Mark Paul Gosselaar squatting in baseball pants is just fine by me.
Yeah, I have seen, like, parts of it.
Yeah.
And it took me a second to realize that's who it was. Because
Me too,
he's
'cause of the
normally,
beard.
Yeah, he's normally just, like, clean shaven, or he's kind of gritty in this one.
Mm-hmm.
And I
love it.
He's rugged.
He's got a little
I can
bit more weight
smell
on
the
him.
baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
He's got a little more meat on him in a good way.
Yeah.
And, you know, because last time we saw him in sort of a bigger role like this was like Franklin and Bash.
Yes, which I
loved.
loved.
I love Franklin and Bash.
That was hilarious.
Love that show.
Yeah.
But he was very clean cut, straight edge. You know, he was in a suit every day. And this one, like, it's fabulous. It's great to watch him in this. Allie Larder, is that her name? The blonde?
Yeah.
She's in it, too. So it's a good one. Especially if you're just looking for a easy show to watch. What else? Oh, gosh. I watched Shameless. I think I've told you this, passing in the hallway. You watched Shameless?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. I'm ashamed that I watched Shameless.
I mean, I don't tell anybody because they're kind of like, that's filth.
That's disgusting.
So
oh,
filthy.
my God. But I can't stop.
I love them.
I love it. I love this show. Oh, my gosh. It's on Showtime.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Because it can't be on real TV
That's
at
why I'm
all.
embarrassed to tell people.
I know. It can't be on real TV at all. But it's on Netflix right now.
Uh-huh.
That's actually
I've
how
gone
I
back
started
to
watching
season
it.
1. Yeah.
I've binged it. Like, holy cow, I could not watch enough of it fast enough. It's amazing. Now, I'll tell you what. Like, it's filthy in the fact that you're not going to see it popping up on a lot of, like, reviews and shows and stuff because nobody wants to admit they watch it or they don't know how to talk about it.
So if you end up watching it at work, like on your lunch break or something, either do it with headphones or have your finger on the volume.
So you can immediately start dragging it down.
And do it with your door closed.
And I'm just going to go with headphones because there's no point to go up and down on the volume like that as much as you would have to. I mean, there is sex, there is drugs, there is alcohol, there is homelessness, there is...
drug use,
fighting, drugs.
we already said that, didn't we?
Everything.
There's a lot of drugs.
There's
a lot of it.
And there's lots of nudity. There's lots of it is insane stuff. but it is so good. So good. Okay, so Shameless. It's got Emmy Rossman, is it Rossum? Rossum. She was Phantom of the Opera, and which is totally opposite from this role.
I'm not even sure how she got this role.
No, I don't know how they even said, hey, you know that girl
perfect.
from the Phantom of the Opera? Let's put her in this really trashy role.
She'd be great.
It would be great. Definitely not that. They're a whole wide cast because it's a big family of, I mean, I don't want to say delinquents, but delinquents. And then their neighbors. And it's so much happens in every single episode. And sometimes you're kind of like, God, there's no way that could happen to anybody. And then you're like, I don't know. Because they live in the south side of Chicago.
Yeah.
They're always like, oh, we're Southies. This is just how we do it. I mean, the show's insane. It's insane. Can't decide if you want to be part of their family or if you want to, like,
just hang out.
Yeah, I mean,
know the family
and maybe take them a dinner. Oh, what's the lady's name that's in it? Cusack.
Oh, yeah, Joan Cusack.
Joan Cusack.
Yeah.
She's in it and plays a brilliant part.
Yeah.
She does amazing. So Shameless is one for any of you out there that maybe jumped on the train with Sons of Anarchy whenever I started talking about it a while back. I know I had some ladies write me saying, I'm going to try out Sons of Anarchy and ended up loving it, even though it was hard and dirty and, pretty gritty. If you went on track with Sons of Anarchy, you need to now get on board with Shameless.
And speaking of Sons of Anarchy, what? They're going to do another.
No.
It's going to be the Mayans.
No.
Yes.
Mayans are getting their own series?
Yes. Written by the same guy.
Kurt Sutter?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
When?
Like soon. Yay! I'm hoping they go back retroactively.
Yes.
Like we were talking about point of view.
Yes.
And can we just bring back all of them?
A little bit of Jax. I mean, I don't know if that really could happen, but they can make it happen.
Odie?
Right?
No.
Opie. Lord, I mean, we will.
I can't talk about it.
We will
I'm still traumatized by his death. I
gosh.
can't talk about it.
That was one of the hardest TV deaths I've ever had to witness. I would.
Speaking of The Walking Dead.
Oh no, is he in The Walking Dead?
No, but he is in the Outsiders. Is it called
Outlanders?
Is that on WGN?
I don't know. I watch everything on illegal television on the internet.
Okay, so I've been told that I'm going to watch it. It's on WGN America or something. Well, it's all in America. I'm thinking of BBC America.
Maybe.
WGN network. And I think it's called The Outsiders.
Okay.
But he's in it and plays like a similar type role.
Sure did love Opie.
I can't talk about it because I get flashbacks to his death scene, and I'm just like,
the whole thing was.
But Walking Dead has a similar scene.
Stressful. Okay, well, it's effective. It's effective. Goodness gracious, I love.
Bring it on, Mayans.
Loved it.
Bring
I will
it
totally
on.
Watch the Mayans. I don't care what people say. Hey, speaking of. There was no segue. I was trying.
What else is he doing?
What's
Jack's going to be in now?
No, nothing. This is the absolute opposite. I realized I'm like, let's make a segue into this next one. And there's no way I can, coming from Sons of Anarchy to NBC's live musical performances.
What?
Have you watched all of these?
No.
Like, you didn't watch like Hairspray Live or Grease Live?
Yeah.
What else?
I thought you were talking like the Pentatonic special last night.
Oh, God.
I did take because my daughter loves some Pentatonics.
Kind of watched that too, but no. No, all the NBC live musicals they've been doing. So they just did Hairspray.
Yes.
They did Sound of Music, The Wiz,
Peter Pan.
And
then some other networks have done them.
Yeah, like Fox did.
Grease. And they did the
Rocky Horror
Picture Show. It was weird.
I didn't really like it, and I love Rocky Horror. I love Rocky Horror.
I was confused as to how they could put that on Fox, and they didn't leave a lot out.
No. It was Rocky Horror.
It was to the point where I was like, "Oh, no,
Yeah, this is not what my daughter would like." Yes. Some of them are like, oh yeah, this is, neat to watch, I guess, because it's live. Like that's some hard stuff.
Yeah.
Doing that live and they run from sets and all that stuff. So it's very cool, the concept of it. But I watched some of them. I'm like, oh, this is good. And then I'm like, oh, I don't know. It kind of ended like blah. Or.
But it ends the way.
No, I know, but it's like the people, I don't know. I feel like they're all really tired at the end.
Probably.
As they should be.
Their songs get like
Grease, I thought, did a pretty cool job because they had, I think they picked the right people for all their cast. They had I love that the Guardian Angels were Boys to Men.
Did I see that whole thing?
Oh my gosh, did you not? When they sang Beauty School Dropout?
Yeah. Okay.
It wasn't Tommy Dean or whatever that guy's name is that was in every 60s movie. It was Boys to Men. And they sang Beauty School Dropout. And I was like, I could get on board with that.
Yeah.
So anyway, those live musicals are popping up. The only thing I'm bringing up is the fact that the next one they're doing next fall is Bye Bye Birdie. And it's with Jennifer Lopez.
I don't know that I've ever seen Bye Bye Birdie.
Really?
I feel like I have.
And Margaret. And it's loosely based off of Elvis Presley. So the whole point of the Bye Bye Birdie is Birdie's the character that's loosely based on Elvis. But he's a rock singer back in the 60s. He's getting ready to get shipped off to war because he's in the service. And so he's doing a publicity stunt that he's going to come to one small town and kiss one fan. And they have a little competition of who gets to be the fan. And they all dance it out on the dance floor and sing lots and stuff about it. Yeah. So it's, I don't know. Anne Margaret was fabulous and cute and bubbly and stuff in it. And I'm kind of I don't know about Jennifer Lopez playing a high school student.
Huh?
Right. Because that's what this one is in the show. Anyway, just throwing that out there. Bye Bye Birdie.
All right.
Yeah. Do you watch Fixer Upper?
Yeah.
Okay. Who does not watch Chip and Joanna these days?
Why do I want to put shiplap in my house now? I never have before.
Shiplap. I don't know anything.
I just like saying the word. And when people walk in my
shiplap.
house, I can go this is shiplap.
I want some shiplap. It doesn't even grow or whatever appropriately here. I don't know the terminology.
I feel like if I walked into Lowe's or Home Depot down here and asked for shiplap, they'd be like,
somebody would laugh
the plywood's
at you.
over there.
They would laugh at you and be like, you want some 2x4s? We got pine.
Call them what you want, lady.
Yeah, we got pine and oak. That's about it. I love some Chip and Joanna. I tried not to drink the Kool-Aid, but I did, and I couldn't help it.
You know what I love about them?
Everybody wants to be them.
Their kids don't have cell phones, and they said that, they're not planning on buying their kids cell phones. They don't have TVs in the house. They said when they watch the show, they have to actually go over to friends' houses to watch their episodes.
That's
because
weird.
they don't have TV.
It's weird.
If you think about it, it is weird.
It's weird. Let's call a spade a spade. I get it. Don't buy your kid a cell phone. I don't plan to buy my kid a cell phone anytime soon.
Mama needs her TV.
But TV, really? Okay, go ahead.
Maybe they're really busy and they do live on a farm and they
do,
wake up
and
at the
that's
crack of dawn
fine.
and take care of all these animals and stuff. But I need at least one TV in the house.
Mama needs a release.
I bet she has one stashed away
I bet
behind
they've
a
got
bookcase.
one in their bedroom because
the kids don't know
I've
about.
not seen a bedroom photo anywhere of when they're showing off the farmhouse.
That's what they tell the kids. There's no TVs.
No TVs here.
Go to bed.
In your room.
Mama and Daddy got TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I like their designs.
I do too. I think
like
they do a great job.
I like that when I watch it, they're houses that you're like, I could totally afford that.
Oh my gosh. They're like, ooh, this house sells for $21,000 and you have a budget of $200,000. And I'm like,
that's me.
I have a budget of $200,000.
That's me. I got it.
I want to live in Waco, Texas.
Oh, pick me.
Every time I'm like,
I do that. I don't know. How many people are? First of all, how many people are moving into Waco?
This is the most amazing thing Waco's ever had, aside from
Yeah.
literally drinking the Kool-Aid like years ago.
Yeah.
Wasn't what's his name?
No, that was the Davidian where they went up in flames. Remember, he burnt the compound down.
Yes.
The Kool-Aid was Jim Jones in the 70s.
Oh, that's no.
Yes.
Well, yes, but what's
this was
the
a
one?
cult too, the Davidian cult.
Right. Yeah. What's the one where they find all those people with the sheets on them?
Oh, that was the alien one.
Matching Converse or
they
whatever.
did drink Kool-Aid.
They drank Kool-Aid too. Yeah.
Those are the ones who went up in the spaceship.
Correct.
Yeah.
Left their bodies.
Yeah.
So
that was just their bodies. God. The rest of them they were already in the alien spaceship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think Waco's going to see a big old boom from all this. I think I want to go on vacation to Waco.
I just want to go to Magnolia, buy a shirt
in the silos,
get some shiplap.
maybe home,
just one.
Maybe
shiplap.
Have you subscribed to their newsletter online?
I have not, but I don't need to.
All right, so they send out a weekly email, like a real nice one, like,
of course it's nice.
Here's what we're doing. Here's, you guys are beautiful. Thanks for being our friends. And then they have an online store where you can buy the things that she decorates the houses with, because, the people don't get to keep those.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You didn't know this. Okay. So
I thought that was part of their budget, that they were buying this stuff.
No.
So wait a minute. Now, all right, Chip and Joanne, I got a beef. So they just decorate for the TV, and then they put my old crappy sofa back in there?
Yes.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Now, I imagine that since Joanna and Chip have a warehouse full of stuff that she collects from like antique stores, now if she refinishes something or has, what's his name? Build you one?
Yeah, her friend.
Yeah, him. Clint.
Okay.
If she has Clint build you one, that's yours. Because that was part of the budget.
But some of the stuff she's built bathroom sinks out of vanities.
Yes, and that you get to keep. Because that becomes part of your budget.
That becomes yours.
But it's the decor, like every little detail on the wall, unless it was made for you. Again, like
can that be part of my budget though? Like when she says you have X amount left
so.
over, I don't need a garage door.
I don't need a cobblestone driveway.
I don't need like custom blinds or anything.
Give me all that.
Give me that stuff you're going to put in there. I'm keeping it.
Yes. And so what I've been told is that like the furniture that was not made for you, which none of the couches are ever made. Those type of things, are not made. Have to leave. I would imagine you can ask her to buy them. But
I'd have to put it in my budget.
Right, exactly. So anyway, but the little knickknacks that you see her using throughout the house, like things to decorate the dining room table with, things that she puts in little baskets that hang on the wall, you can buy all that stuff on her store, and it's cheap.
What?
Yeah. It's not like I went to it being like, oh, great. I go in here for $100 for a sprig of eucalyptus, And I mean, it's not. Things are nice. And anyway, they just wrote a book and it just came out and all that stuff. So go subscribe to their newsletter.
I'm going to do it.
Just throwing that out there. You'd enjoy it. So speaking of Chip and Joanna, there's now the poor man's Chip and Joanna. Poor man's Chip and Joanna. Tarek and Christina.
Oh. Yeah.
Flip or flop.
They flopped.
They have recently flopped big time. I mean,
one of them flipped, then they flopped.
Did you read the article about him?
Yes.
Homeboy jumped over their fence in the backyard with a book bag with guns in it.
He only took it for the coyotes.
He said he was going to go hiking, and so he wanted to clear out the coyotes. Meanwhile, your wife calls the police because she's freaking out.
My husband's in the woods with a gun.
I mean, pretty sure, because we just had a big old fight, is what police said. They just had a big altercation. And he's got his guns now and goes out, and they called it an attempted suicide call. Okay?
That's when you're in the woods like,
Nope, just hiking, guys.
Coyotes.
Yeah. And so now, this has been a couple months, but now all the stuff's coming out about them dating other people. And they're not talking about it because they're trying to keep all their professional lives still together.
I don't want to watch Flip and Flop anymore.
No.
You know what? Actually, you know what? I do. Because I want to see new episodes with
I want to see y'all separated, making an episode together.
I want to see y'all when you're arguing about the price of a house or be like,
ain't gonna happen. Yeah.
I said.
But see, here's what's even better is that Christina is supposedly, and I'm using air quotes, dating one of their contractors. Okay.
Stop it.
I really want to see that show.
I want to be on that. Yes.
She'd be like, my boyfriend said this.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? I have a hard time watching their show anyway because the way she talks, something about her teeth really bothers me.
It's her mouth.
It is. It's something about the corner of her mouth.
I think she's got a lisp, a tiny little lisp.
It stays right there on the side, and I just can't do it.
It's the Botox.
It is. And then she walks into a house, and I'm like, why are you wearing that? You're about
You know what I love about their show?
Nothing. What?
You would go and like watch them get these houses and build up these houses, and their house was always under construction or something. Like their kitchen cabinets were never fully done. There were light fixtures just sitting around
permanently anywhere.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just not a fan
of them.
They have
really cute kids.
They do, but whatever. Every kid's little and cute. I just am not a fan of them, and
they're no Chip and Joanna.
They are the poor man's Chip and Joanna games.
I just want a cupcake now because you mentioned Joanna. I want her kids to bring me a cupcake, and I want to eat it like a sandwich,
or go collect pecans out in the yard and take them in for change
for Mama, so that I can put it in. I love that she goes antiquing with her daughters.
I know, and that Chip just buys fireworks off the side of the road to set off in the farm for. I know, man. Anyway,
I just want to be their friend. I'd be that friend you can never get rid of. Like, where are we going?
You guys going to meet a family today? Huh? I'll come along. I'll come see 'em.
I got nothing to do.
Yeah. I'll totally come see them. Let's see what else I got here. You know, geez, I know you want to talk about this. I don't really care.
Yay!
Prince Harry has a girlfriend.
Stop it. It's awesome.
Meghan Markle. I mean, I'm sorry. Her name is Meghan Markle. I kind of just don't. I just
Poppy.
I really just don't like that she's like a TV star.
Star's a loser.
Coming in, yeah, it is. What do we call her a star?
She's on TV.
I don't like that she's like. I don't know. I kind of just want him to marry somebody like Kate.
It is
a British person.
That's not happening.
I know. I just want a British person to like be fun and pretty like Kate and come in and they all go on like double dates and stuff. I feel like this one with
double
her.
Dates. We're getting an American princess. Maybe.
Well, true. That is true.
Crossed.
They just bought a Christmas tree together.
I didn't think. Okay. When do I have to leave my house so I can get there at 5 a.m. to watch the wedding?
I know. Because we did watch Will and Kate's wedding together.
It's just me and you.
I'll totally watch it. I don't give a shit. My husband laughed at me for 3 days for getting up and watching that thing.
I don't care.
I don't flipping care. No, I'm glad that he's with somebody that maybe is not
crazy.
Yeah, like Chelsea Davy was a little over the edge for me.
We were upset that Chelsea came to the wedding.
Yes.
Like, no,
why are you there?
Don't be.
Yeah, like you got to sit up front and stuff, and we were like, no, that you can't be in pictures.
She was the heiress with the dirty hair.
Oh, she never had a hairbrush in her pocket anywhere. So Meghan is in that show. What's it called? Suits. That's right.
Which is a pretty good show.
Never seen it.
Pretty good.
What's it on?
USA.
Okay. So she's in that. They just bought a Christmas tree together.
Lovely. And I heard they were lovely people.
Yeah, I did. But you know what? The lady that was working the stand, she was an American. Okay. And so Meghan. Yeah. So Meghan was like, because I read the whole transcript.
So to the person who's upset about this.
Right. Yes. Because I had to do the research.
It was for research purposes.
All right. So this lady was like, yeah, I was, Meghan picked up on my accent and was like, oh, where are you from? And I was like, I'm from New York. And she's like, oh, I'm from LA. Okay. That was that. And then she's like, let me read you this line. Okay. Zakiya Crawford was the lady's name. She's 30 years old. She sold the couple a Christmas tree. And she says, I quote, they were really cool. It was a really casual situation. I had no idea who they were. So it was just like an ordinary customer conversation. Zakiya Crawford, we cannot be friends.
You must know who Harry is.
If you were listening, I am so disappointed. I try to teach you on this. I try to educate you in the ways of things. I mean, you're 30 years old. 30 years old. You should darn well know who Harry is.
You need to know about Harry.
so
the
upset
best
with you.
Windsor ever.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Got a little bit of a girl crush.
On
Gotta
Meghan
admit-
Markle?
I've got to admit,
Why?
look,
Why?
I never gave this girl a second thought before Harry,
Right?
but she's beautiful. And then when I read, I thought at first, I'll admit, I was like, here's another girl that he's going to date for like a couple months, and then I'm
He's
going
the one
to
dating the movie
get
star.
attached and think he's going to, and then I'm going to be like,
That we're going to get a wedding, right?
but I started reading about like her interest and what she's about.
Yeah.
And then I thought, oh, it's perfect.
Okay.
They're both philanthropic. Come on now, can you see Chelsea, baby, doing anything philanthropic?
She'd have to. Grandmama says so.
But she doesn't want to. It would be
True.
forced and it would be unnatural.
And believe me, I do not want Chelsea Davy anywhere near Harry or that crown. Stay away from stay away
Harry.
from the spare. I'm telling you. I think Meghan's cute. I think she'd be a beautiful little bride for him. I hope that it just doesn't come with the like. I don't want them to end up like on my Hollywood rag sheet talking about this in 2 years about the famous breakups of 2020.
Never.
Okay, well, good.
Why?
Good.
Why would it happen?
Because she lives in the celebrity life right now.
Is she?
LA.
She's living in Toronto because that's where they filmed the show. Her mama lives in LA. She grew up in LA.
Well, there you go.
She's in Toronto. She's already
What if she's
scaled
just trying
back from the show.
What if she's trying to use this as a big break?
You think?
Maybe.
Nah.
Maybe.
I mean, she may be living up the celebrity life in Toronto. Go Canada.
Maybe.
Another crush on Justin Trudeau. Just wanted to throw that out
Oh
there.
my God, I do
But-
love Justin Trudeau. I love him.
But-
all you Canadians, listen.
Yay.
Why can't we have elections
Can we
like
share?
yours?
Can we share? How about we share?
I mean,
Oh, we could do like a foreign exchange. Oh,
that would
you
be
take
fun.
ours, we'll take yours.
that would be fun. We'll start in January. This would be awesome. No, super fun. He's just right on. Oh, we could all just take one collective sigh for Justin Trudeau.
Good on you, Megan, for living in Toronto.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
Justin.
Maybe Megan. Maybe they'll make some ties like that. Then more power to her. That's great. And like I said, I'm okay with it if she's doing this for the right reasons because we all get a little protective of Harry. That's all.
I'm on Team Megan.
Okay. Well, good. Good.
Go Megs.
Go Megs Markle.
American Princess.
Maybe it's truly like a Hallmark movie in the making.
It would be like a Hallmark movie.
They went and bought a tree together. She's in
Small
London.
town girl meets Prince
From
falls in
Toronto
love.
that's already on a TV show of her own. Just saying.
Well, that part can't be in the show.
Yeah.
But I mean, according to the articles, his friends seem to think that he's smitten with her.
I wonder if she's going to spend the holidays like with the family.
with the Queen.
Right, with the Queen.
Doubt it.
Have you watched The Queen on Netflix? The Crown on Netflix?
I stopped so I could see Gilmore Girls. I saw one episode.
Oh, okay. It's pretty good. I've watched the whole Crown. The Crown is what it's called. I've watched the whole series. It's only season 1, obviously. But the dude that plays Philip, like, I want to know how real that is because it's supposed to be fairly true to storyline of how everything was. If so, big fan of Philip. Just saying that right now. Let me tell you, because you don't care about spoilers.
I really don't.
Oh my God, let me just tell you this one line to where so much that my sister-in-law and I were like texting back and forth like, oh my God, did that just happen? Okay. So, he has to basically give up everything he's ever worked hard for, which was like military and stature and stuff. He had his own royalty because he came from like another royal family. Had to give it all up if he wanted to marry Elizabeth. But he did. He wanted to. Gave it up, but he's tried so hard to be like that girl or that guy for her. Like he wants to really change the perception of a consort. He was like, I'm still a man. I'm still the man of the house. I still want to be the husband and whatever, right? So right after, like around the time where she's going to get coronation done, she's so busy and everything. And he comes in one night and basically she's like, oh, I've got this meeting and all. And, I'm just so busy or whatever. And he was like, you need to cancel your meeting. And she was just like, I can't do it. And he's like, wouldn't it be amazing if you canceled your meeting and got down on your knees before your king?
Shush.
And then the next thing you saw was a man picking up the phone and saying, yes, ma'am. And then he yells out, cancel her meetings. And we were like, whoa, what? I'm sorry,
That never
what?
happened. I refuse to believe Queen Elizabeth.
Holy cow.
No.
Philip's the man.
Look.
Oh my gosh. You watch this whole episode, this whole season 1, and at the end, if you're not like Team Philip, way Team Philip, I'll be surprised because I'm just like, hell yeah, man.
I'm at a loss for words right
I'm
now.
telling you, it is like Philip belongs to like gentlemen's clubs in the city where like he goes out and hangs out with the bros and stuff because his wife's, just off queening.
She's all queening it.
Yeah. And he's, you watch this show. You just watch. Throwing this out there. Yeah.
Megan, if you're listening, I love you.
I know.
Go.
So.
Okay, but admittedly, I'd never seen or heard of her. Much more.
Exactly. And now you got a girl crush.
A little bit. Not a full-on girl crush. A little bit.
Do you know?
I'm just rooting for her.
Do you know I'm going to Scotland in February?
No.
Yeah, I am. My sister-in-law's getting married over there. I'm in the wedding. Gotta go to Scotland.
Poor you.
Gotta go to Scotland. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be going to St. Andrews University one day while my husband plays golf at St. Andrews Golf Course.
Oh.
I'm going to see where Kate and Will fell in love.
They fell in love.
Uh-huh.
Which was a Lifetime movie.
I plan to go knock on the door.
Shush.
Be like, who's living here now?
You are not.
You dare me?
I will dare
I will
you.
straight up do it. You don't you doubt
And I want you to FaceTime me.
Don't you doubt me, lady. I will go live on Facebook. You watch me knock on that door and be like, what? I just want to touch the door handle. I just want to touch the handle. That's all. Mm-hmm. So maybe it'll be like homecoming or something.
I have a feeling it's not going to be like our homecoming.
Maybe we could all have tea.
Like Quidditch.
Yes. I don't know.
There will be no parades.
Maybe. It's wishful thinking, but I'm going to be there. I'm going to do it.
Prince William be given the alumni tour.
He's like, let me show you everything that's happened since you left. And he'd be like, no, I know. I gave the money for that, wink.
There's my name.
Yeah. My sister-in-law is marrying somebody who's British. And my kids think it's funny to try to talk in that accent now.
Are they going to be living over there?
No.
Oh, just maybe.
No.
Okay.
He's just from there.
Okay.
Whatever.
Ask him if he's Team Megan.
It counts.
I need to know,
right?
if he's Team Megan.
I mean, like, have you met Harry?
You all know
Just
each other,
curious.
right? You all went to the same elementary school.
Everybody knows everybody, right? Okay. This or that.
Harry.
Damn it. All right, are you ready?
Yes.
These are fast. Netflix or Hulu?
Netflix. Only because I don't have Hulu yet and I don't know anything about it.
So Netflix.
Netflix.
You got me like all choked up over here. Phone call or a text?
Oh, text.
Amen.
Don't call me.
Amen. Toast or eggs?
Eggs?
You seem uncertain.
I never really thought about it.
Well, now's your chance. Eggs.
It's a lot of work. Toast.
Like eggs are super easy?
No, I said toast. Toast, because eggs are a lot of work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying toast was hard work, and I'm like, it's bread.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay. Facebook or Twitter?
Facebook. I don't have Twitter.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe one day.
Cardio or weights?
Weights?
You're like, what? No.
I've tried both. Weights are more fun.
Yeah, I guess so.
Just because I get winded easily.
I'm like, cardio takes too long.
You lift like 10 reps. Done.
Following cardio or weights, how about cake or pie?
Cake.
Pie. Swimming or sunbathing?
Sunbathing.
Swimming.
Says the black lady.
We're like opposites. I can't sit out there and sweat and get gross and still think that it looks halfway decent. No.
I
Get
like
me in the
swimming
pool where everything works.
If it's in a pool. I was thinking ocean. I hate the ocean.
I love the ocean. I love anything water because gravity is my friend in water. Football or basketball?
Football.
What's worse, laundry or dishes?
Dishes.
Jogging or hiking?
Hiking.
Or jogging. As they, did you ever see that on?
That is.
Did you ever see it on Anchorman? He's like, oh yes, I love to go jogging. Yes, this is a new sport he found. Bath or shower?
Shower.
Really? Glasses or contacts? Do you have either?
No. I like to wear a good pair of reading glasses every now and then.
Hey, just to keep you crisp. Let's see. Hamburger or taco?
Taco.
Couch or recliner?
Recliner.
You have a recliner?
No, but I like them better.
No, I don't. I don't have one.
I don't
Sorry.
have one of those, but I have a couch,
want one.
and I don't like it.
Email or letter?
Email.
Passenger or driver?
Passenger.
I'm a fabulous driver.
Hate driving.
Tablet. That's what they called it back in the caveman days. My tablet. What was I saying?
I don't know. You're going to ask me like the Capulets or
yes,
the Montagues.
Oh my gosh. No. It was just tablet or computer.
Tablet.
Intelligent or funny? Ooh. I won't tell anybody what you say.
Intelligent.
Intelligent? Okay. Car or truck? This one makes you think.
I'm a Southeastern Ohio girl. I'll go with the truck.
All right. Ohio. Blue or red?
Blue.
Money or free time?
Money. I can buy free time.
I buy all the time I want, lady.
I'm rich.
I'll make it right. All right. Well, you already answered William or Harry. I mean, he's taken now. I mean, and Megan. She was not one of the choices.
I need to come. What's their combo name? Hagen? Hagen?
Maggie. Maggie sounds really wussy for him.
Megry? I like Hagen.
Megry.
Hargan. That sounds British.
That's Hargan. That's like Swedish. Hargan? Like the Swedish chef? What can you do? That guy? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I mean, I do wish them the best, sort of, and I'll totally watch the wedding.
You will watch the wedding.
Oh, of course I will. I mean,
but you know what? We were this way about Kate. We did not like Kate.
I know.
We were not Kate fans. I don't know who we were fans of, but it wasn't Kate.
Us.
And we had always said, he needs a nice American girl. Now he goes and finds him, and look at you.
I know.
Think the American girl is using him.
Just can't decide if she's a nice American girl.
She's nice. Do your research. I don't know her personally.
See, I mean, you're going to believe what the internet says. I hear you, but
it's the internet.
It's got to be true.
I mean, her mom still lives in their house that she grew up in.
Oh, well, that does it right there. That seals
her
the
mom's
deal.
like a psychologist, and
you're just winning me over with everything.
I mean, she was kind of like, she likes acting, but she just always knew she would do it because she was around it because her dad worked in that industry. But you can tell she's not really, I mean, I don't know
what. So she doesn't have a backbone to stand on her own, is what you're saying. Like,
see, there you go. No. What I'm saying is,
she's like, whatever, I'll be an actress.
I think if she had to give it up for him, she would.
Okay.
Is she the, what was that American lady's name the reason Elizabeth's queen now?
Yes. Is she,
it was some,
she's in the show, The Crown, a lot. It's, what is her name?
It's like a boy name, isn't it?
It is. And I can't,
Drew? No,
it's
Simpson.
Not Drew. Wallace Simpson. Thank you. Wallace Simpson, yes. And she made him abdicate the throne. But we don't have to worry about that because Harry's like sixth in line now.
He's the spare. And by the time Harry and Kate are done, he's going to be like 18th in line.
Yeah, exactly. They're about due another kid now. I don't know.
Yeah, so they don't have those words. He's like Prince Charles's brother who married Fergie.
Oh, yeah.
Andrew?
Yeah, Andrew.
That's who he is.
Well, I hope not, because that one didn't work out well.
But it was Fergie.
Maybe. I don't know. I used to like Fergie when I was younger because I thought she was kind of cool. Yeah, she was cool and she was fashionable and she didn't really care.
She didn't really care what the Queen thought.
Nope, which I kind of like that. But I had this gut feeling like stuff's about to happen pretty soon.
What's
like
that?
Like the Queen. And then
Who's also
Charles.
in her 90s.
Oh, yeah. And then Charles is going to come on board. And then...
You think?
Yeah, I don't think he's getting... I don't think he's given up anything.
But isn't it something where
He
Camilla
wants
cannot
that
be queen?
so bad. She'll be the consort.
Okay, because I remember there was something where the
Yes.
people were like, she will not be queen.
She's the consort.
Okay.
But he's not going to give that up one bit. Just throwing that out there. He's going to be like, I'm about to die, but I'm going to... Yes, exactly. I waited long enough. Mummy never died, so I would never get my chance.
You go, I
And
think he
he
goes
says-
in every morning like, good morning.
I know, right?
Oh,
you're
hi.
awake.
Hi. Just came to check the corgis out.
How you feeling, Mummy? Yes. No, I don't think he's giving it up. I think William will be the king fairly soon because I don't think that Charles will be able to handle it as long as the Queen Mum or as the Queen has. But I don't think he's that far behind. Anyway, I don't know. Just my prediction. So that's all I got.
Oh, it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of TV because fall TV has been
Awesome.
pretty on point. Yeah, there's
There's
lots
a lot of
them.
things I want to see that I haven't been able to.
Me too. I've heard of the show like Atlanta and Westworld and those. I haven't seen those, but they're all pretty.
Seen those. Designated Survivor I hear is really good.
Oh my gosh, I watched that one. I watched Designated Survivor. He might be my next in line after Jeb Bartlett as like my favorite president from West Wing.
From West okay.
Wing.
Yeah.
Martin Sheen, who I loved as the president.
Yeah.
And I'm really starting to like Kiefer Sutherland as my president. Just saying.
Luke's friend from Gilmore Girls.
Yes. Yes. Kiefer.
Sutherland.
Put him on the guest list. People at home are like, what are they talking about? Just go watch Gilmore Girls
His
and
dad
you'll get
just
it.
turned 90 something.
Donald?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
He's
feel like I heard something in the news the last couple weeks.
he bound to be, right?
Maybe that was the Douglas father. Michael Douglas.
yeah, Michael
father.
Doug-
Kirk Douglas.
Kirk.
Spartacus.
Goodness gracious. And then they're going and taking people like Alan Thicke.
I thought you were going to say Alec Baldwin. I was like, what?
No, sorry.
No.
Sorry,
Who?
no.
By the way, I know we're done.
Yes.
But I just realized he was in Beetlejuice like 2 days ago.
What?
Yes.
That's what... I mean, he's like the main character
I know.
other than Beetlejuice.
I didn't ever realize he was Alec Baldwin. So I was on the other day.
Because he
and
was
I
super
like,
skinny with big hair in
like,
Beetlejuice.
He looks familiar. So I pull up my guide. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's Alec Baldwin.
Well, welcome to our party here.
Yay! Now I have to watch it again.
Jeez, now you got to go watch that again, followed by Harry Potter. All right.
I got a lot of Harry Potter to catch up.
It's worth it. Your kid will like it now. You should watch it. Anyway, so thanks everybody for listening. I know we kind of rambled there in a minute, but it was talking about TV, and it's all stuff that now you've got your winter and Christmas breaks to go and maybe catch up on some of this stuff online or on Netflix. A lot of the stuff we talked about is on Netflix, and write us and let us know what you're watching and what your favorite stuff is. You can find all of our shows from The Mesh on the website, themesh.tv. You can email us at themesh.tv. You can find, info at themesh.tv. You can also find us on Facebook, and Chick Chat has their own page. And whenever I find like a fun picture or want to post something interesting, I'll put it up there and get a little chuckle every once in a while. But we'd love to hear from you. And thanks again for listening. We wish you all the best in your holiday season, and especially for a happy new year. We can't wait to see you in 2017. So we will catch you on the flip side, literally.
You've been listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Check us out online at themesh.tv. Discover other network shows and give us feedback on what you just heard.